All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Sheldon Richardson able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one goes for 24 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. And they'll go with a run attack here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Set. Do something. Hey.
Newton to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Tell him. 76.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, gone. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. 20, 10, touchdown Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge. If they're able to do that, that's why a toss play is successful. Because once they get to the edge, they can pick and choose their spot, which way to run, whether it's deep outside or cutting it back inside to pick up big yardage. On that play, they controlled the edge so well, they picked up an excellent chunk of yardage.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
20.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, get right down. Hey! Gun. Express! Great. Hey!
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, here's Goff. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Starting left here.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Maverick Wolf. Super 66. Tiger. 12.
Again, Goff. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Throwing again is gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Super. 14.
Goff throwing again. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to locate Wilson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Zach Ertz as the first half is winding down. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. To return it is Corey Grant. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The shotgun snap for Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A good pickup there at 22. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Obama.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking for the guy carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Super. Hey. You got three. 11. Maverick. DC.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. First carry for James Conner. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Starting left here.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Caught left side by Funchess. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Here's Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Newton on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Newton, throw right side, complete to Carter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time, and that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
20. Hey, 5.
And they'll run him here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Starting left here.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Go, 12, go.
Now gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Hey, watch it. Hard ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So out come the Falcons now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, it's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on second down is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Gun. Set. 180. Hey. Switch. Hey, get right down.
Out of the gun, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start with a give to counter, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, 5. Super.
Goff going to throw it. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Hey. Set. 180. Great. Right to the 3. Switch. 20.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Great. 20. That's it. 780. Great. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Open man is Samuel. Complete. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, get right down.
Here's Newton now on second down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
Newton now to throw. Well, the pressure gets to him again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans are close to finishing off this football game. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Hey. Go. Block 20. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Man, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Titans, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Detroit! Hot! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot! Now let's go! 319! 319! Hot! Hot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Hot! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hot! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot! Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Hot! Gun! 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 Hot! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! 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 Hot! All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Detroit! Detroit!